talk about that in a second. Good question. For everyone who is new, welcome to this live stream. What are your favorite bands? How did you find our band if you know us? I'm reading everything even while I'm yapping. In 1 second, I will respond to every single comment. It is a speed run. Like, hope you know my music. Thanks for listening to our music for 4 years, Bug. Rue, I appreciate you, Little Darky. You forgot about my music. Here's a reminder. The point being, I'm about to respond to all of you, including the crazy people who are just looking for attention. I love those people. But before I do, I want to do a quick introduction. For anyone who's new here, welcome to this live stream. If you like rock music, if you like bands like My Chemical Romance or Green Day, you might like my band. You might, because those are the bands I grew up listening to. Those are two of my favorite bands, and thus they inspired my band. So we obviously sound somewhat similar, maybe, because that's the bands I was influenced by. And over the last 2 years, my band has literally become one of the biggest upcoming rock emo bands. Not even kidding. Millions of monthly listeners, Warped Tour, we're taking over. If you want to say you found a band on the come up, look us up. Look up TX2. So anybody who likes rock music, give us a chance. TX2 on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, anywhere you have music, you can find our band. So, and if you like the music and you like my vibes, I go live every single day to respond to everybody and get to know the people that show up for me, which is you on this live stream. And equally, because my goal is to take over the world. I know that sounds crazy, but look, I go live every day. I post every day. And so far, we've been literally taking over one of the biggest upcoming bands. And there's a reason for that. I am so dedicated to making a movement of people that I believe will make a change. And this movement that I'm talking about is called the X movement. Everybody who is part of it is an X. That's why I was like, where are my X's at? And if you want to be an X and part of our movement, or if you want to make a difference, or if you just need a place to belong. I built this movement because it's what I needed when I was younger. And if you want to be a part of it, we have 3 rules. The first rule is you promise to stay alive. X's, remember you made that promise. Never forget it. For those of you who are new, I need you to promise me that you will stay alive no matter what happens. Because life is worth living, and I've dedicated every single day of the last 3 years of my life to saying every day, I am someone who hates myself and who struggled with that. It's normal. If you feel that way, you're not alone. But I realized that if I hate myself and waste my time hating myself, nothing's going to get accomplished, and I did nothing. But I have a voice, which means I can make a change. You watching this live stream, no matter who you are, no matter how much you hate yourself, or no matter how hard life is, you have a voice, which means you can make a change. All you have to do is speak out. If someone's getting bullied, you could stick up for them and you could make a change in their life. If someone's sitting alone, you could sit with them and just ask them how their day is, and now you made a change, and now you have a purpose. The first rule of our movement is you promise to stay alive. The second rule of our movement is you promise to stay safe. And unfortunately, the emo scene is filled with kids and minors. I'm not going to ignore that. Someone needs to say it. And because of that, there's a bunch of predators that have been in the scene. And that's why I need to talk about this. If you're under 18, know that there is never a reason an adult and a minor should ever have a private relationship. I couldn't think of a single reason. And I hate that there's this creepy reputation about emo scene I want to get rid of. And the way we get rid of that is by talking about it. If you're under 18, there is never a reason an adult and a minor should form a private relationship. Tell a trusted adult. Anytime an adult is privately messaging you, 0 exceptions. I couldn't think of a single exception, which means you need to stay safe and tell adults, your parents, everyone you can, anytime an adult tries to message you. It's just weird. Stay safe. That's why. Rule 2. Rule 3, they will not erase us, is the slogan of our movement we live by. And that means no matter what anyone says about you, they will not take you away. Look, my band, it's cool to hate us. People like to get credit by just saying shit about my band. Does it have any effect on us? Fuck no. They will not erase us. And that goes for any of us. That goes. So I see here comes a con. Wait a second. But the first is about ICE. No, they will not erase us. I'm sick of the government trying to take away people and trying to tell them about fuck that shit. The government will not take you away. I don't care who you are, what your background is. If you're part of this movement, they will not erase us, and we stick together. If someone is bullying a member of this movement, use your voice. ICE right now is bullying immigrants and people in this country. They're mistreating people. It's terrible. Use your voice and speak out about that. They will not erase us is the slogan of our movement. And if you like what we stand for, and you like that, I stand with you. I'm not going to change. I've been this way for 3 years, and I'm only going to get bigger. I'm going to take over the world, and I'm going to spread this message without being unfiltered. If you like that, you want to be part of our movement, you can be an X. Follow these 3 rules. Say I'm a new X. Welcome to the movement. So anybody who's new, like Talon, yes, welcome to the X movement. Anybody who wants to be a new X, say I'm an X. For anyone there. And anyone who is a new X, all my X's, welcome to the movement. if you want to get extra involved, I have a Discord server. It's like a giant social media platform where I update it every time I go live. If you want notifications every time I go live, so you can come back to more of these. You can be like, oh wait, he's live right now. Or if you want to make friends before coming out to a show, there's a bunch of 20,000 X's in the Discord server. Not even kidding. If you want to make friends with other like-minded alternative people in our scene, in the X movement, join our Discord. If you want to join the Discord, all you have to do is direct message my Instagram, which is at TX2 official. It's the same username as this account. I will not respond to any other DMs about anything else. I want to blah, blah, blah. Just DM me. If you want a link to the Discord, you'll get it. That's it. That's all I'll respond to. And if you don't want to DM me, Google search the X movement or look up TX2's Discord on Google search, on Discord. You could find it either place. So, new people, if you want to get extra involved, that's how you do it. For everyone else, I'm going to respond to you. All right, do you believe in God? I don't, but I don't care what your beliefs are, and I don't think it's ever wrong to believe in anything as long as you don't force your beliefs on other people. Unless your beliefs are just about respecting people. That, to me, is not even a belief. That's a bare minimum. Where's the beanies upstairs? Welcome to this live stream, everybody. They will not erase us. I will now respond to anyone. So if you have a controversial question, hit me with it now. Yarg. Yarg, matey. Hit me with your controversial questions. I'm going to respond to everything. Okay, wait. Oh, here it comes. Wait, imagine not calling out. Yeah. Yap. Can we see Cam? Yeah, you will in a second. Say Vic edits. Can you break my heart? No. Gagey Boo, thanks for the follow. Can I get a hi? Hello to Maddie. I'm gonna escape the basement. In the 6 seconds left, Vampire by Rumor. Ew. To you. Oh, goodness. Sing Nice Guy. Once you're mine. I don't want to sing this bullshit. Can you tell me what to say to other people in my grade who are pushing religion on others? Yeah, stop it. Let them mind their own business. It's real simple. It's a whole lot of not my problem. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what you should say. Someone's bullying you, telling you to do anything. Fuck that shit, right? Like, for example, you know what? Out of respect, there was someone in this comment section who was trying to get me to respond to something, and I know they're really trying to get me to respond, and I'll give them attention. They were like, how do you respond to, like, false accusations of some other shit about other people that, not me? Here's my answer. Not my problem. Not yours either. Don't let people get to you. It's like people always try to put their issues on you, and it's fuck you. Someone's like, hey, you should believe not my problem. Mind your own business. Someone's like bullying you about how you dress, what you wear. Not my problem. Mind your own business. And that's going to make a big difference for you. You know what I'm saying? People like to force their views on you about everything. It's not a whole... Fuck that shit. I am a dragon! Anyways, thank you. You got BBB tour tickets. Can't wait to see you there. Mina, I hope you're okay, and that's just terrible, but I hope you know that people care about you. Yo, can I get a hi, Matt? So hit me with any controversial questions. Hit me with anything. Yo, please play Randy McNally in Maryland. I'd love to. It's hard because it's like, on the BBB set, we're going to have 30 minutes, I think. And it's like, what songs can you play? If you pick one song, then you miss another. And it's like, there's so many different messages to get across. What's your opinions on Trump? Why don't you just look up any of my music or anything I do? It blows my mind. You guys don't do your research, but like, why come to a live stream and ask that question without just going on my account? Do you know what I'm saying? But so obviously, you know, it just blows my mind. Yo, can I use TX2 as an inspo? Yes. Am I George Washington? No. Will you ever visit Newcastle? I'd love to. Cam Bush. Is Hollow Frame on the set list? No, it's not. It's unfortunately not. Yo, where's the jewelry from? Rare Romance. Should you start a music career? Yeah, why not? You're in the closet. I wish you the best. I hope you know that people accept you, no matter who you are. Muchiero, thank you for the follow. Can you make a song with Ice Nine Kills again? I love them, and you might see more. Maybe. I can't say. Can you convince my mom to buy you tickets? I can't. That's, your parents' decision. I wish you the best. And there's always time. I think TX2 is going to be touring for the next 10 years. Bro, 1.1 million people listen to TX2 as of today. Fuck it, dude. We're on our way to 2. Then 2 million, then 3. We're going to take over, and it's because of you people. You coming to Dallas? Yeah, we're doing that. Here's another controversial question. Is the SH in your video real? Okay, this is a really important thing. Before I go into this, the most important message of all of this is that there's never a reason any of you should ever hurt space. I have to put spaces because I'm on a live stream right now. Yourself. That is not a cool thing. There's nothing glamorous about it. And it's also really important you understand that I've struggled with that. That's something I used to struggle with a lot. But I realized, so if you feel that way, you're not alone. But I realized you need to find a healthy coping mechanism. And for me, it's music. You might say, what is a coping mechanism? That's a good question. If you have to be hurting space, you know what I'm saying? Yourself is a problem. And you need to find a solution. And that solution would be doing something else instead. So when I get low and depressed and I say, I hate myself, instead of taking it out on myself, I can take it out on a pen and a paper and write music or create art or create something beautiful. And even if your song is just like, yo, I hear you. That's why that whole you're glamorizing SH argument is really, it's just completely invalid because it's like, what, I'm talking about it. That's how I cope. And a lot of people cope like that too. You know what I'm saying? Who are you to tell someone how to cope? You know what I'm saying? So see you in North Carolina. If you feel like your coping mechanism is getting tattoos, I feel that. Are you excited for Tennessee? I am. Veneer, I answered that question. Hit me with another question. Hi to Hush. He's part of it. Part of what? I'm really curious what I'm part of, though. Hit me up with it. Demolition, welcome back. WWE Bush. Thanks for loving the music. You have a huge ego, and it's a very big problem. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you find love and happiness in your life. I know you're probably struggling right now. I can imagine you are. And I get it. Sometimes when you struggle, it's easy to I get it. I've been there. You want to hate someone else because then it's that person is the reason I have my problems. But I promise you, if you just take a step back, you can find love and you deserve it. All of you deserve love. Even the haters. Sometimes I feel bad. Sometimes I see people who hate and I'm like, damn, you must hate yourself so much you have to take it out on someone else. And that's clearly what's going on here. And it's I feel bad. Sometimes when haters come here, it's the only time it's worth really shutting it down is if someone's being a hater of human rights. If someone doesn't like my music or who I am, fair enough. But at the very least, find love within yourself. I feel bad for you. This is a good example, you guys. If any of you are dealing with bullies, there's something like that, feel bad for them. The only reason people say negative things is because they probably feel negative about themselves. So don't let it get to you. Instead, be damn. That's another way. There's a lot of different ways to deal with bullying. Let's say someone's being mad about human rights or religion or something like that. That's a whole mind your own business. Stick up to that bullshit. Someone has a problem with how you dress, mind your own business. Someone says you're then once it starts getting more personal, it's damn. Maybe you could be hey, I feel bad for you. Something happened along the way to you that's really hurting. And that's, I get it. It's, someone says, oh, so a bully shoved you in the locker because you're gay. Yeah, that bully's gay. I'd hate to break it to you, but that's called being in the closet. And you say, because I'm gay. Why would he care? Or they care if you are gay? That doesn't affect them. But you know what it does? It reminds them that there's something about you that really hurts them within themselves, right? And when that happens, you got to just feel bad for them. So my personal belief is anytime someone's bullies you for your sexuality, it's nah, man, damn, someone's, you're hurting deep down inside. I feel bad for that, but it's also not okay. It's such a hard line, Someone says I don't know whether to see you in Chicago or Indianapolis. Whatever you want to. I was a fan, but your other fans made blah, blah, blah. But no, I can't, that's not me. You let people do their thing, don't let people do this. Stick up for yourself, but, don't take it out on me. Take it out on the other people, Can we do a WWE cambush? Yeah, we can do a cambush. Act like there's a ghost in your room. Jesus Christ, there's a ghost in my room. You know? Should I ask a girl I like to dance? Yeah, do it. I believe in you. I believe you should go ask them. And anybody who doesn't like you for who you are, fuck that shit. It's not your problem, you know? And that's gonna happen, but it's not you. Can you do a song with MCR? If you like pop punk, alright, I will do that. Slay Maya, Summer, thanks for the follow. Says 6'7". Alright, Veda, thanks for loving the music. Go to Malaysia, I'd love to. Letty, what's up? What was your first tattoo? It's actually on my shoulder, but I got a cover up. You can kind of see like part of the words here, but how do you deal with people that force religion on you? Dude, I feel bad it's another thing. They're like projecting their own like beliefs. They're probably questioning their beliefs. That's why in order to make themselves feel better about their beliefs, they need to put it on you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, brush that shit off. Unless, and you know, it's easier said than done. But you know, the only time if someone shoves you, shove back. It's another thing. It's tough. It's so hard to. I feel like you just kind of have to use your brain and like figure out whether or not people are hating from a place of like something internal, you know, which sometimes it is, you know, and sometimes people are hateful because, like, I mean, it's always internal, but there's like a level where you can't help them. You know what I'm saying? So, officially time for a cambush, but the question is what type of cambush? Will I see you if I get the BVB VIP? No, you have to get VIP for TX2, which is separate. You were gonna SH, but listen to our music instead. That's so nice, Twinkie. I'm proud of you. I hope our music is a coping mechanism for a lot of people, and I'm gonna do my best. You know what I'm saying, to keep that up. Peekaboo Bill or WWE. Do you find it easy to start writing songs? No, sometimes it's hard. Eddie, what's up? Kyle says boo. Boo.